Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? I pray and hope that you're doing very well. Today I want to share this yummy finger licking good naturally Whole30 and gluten-free recipe with you. This is tasty air fryer beef tips and sweet potatoes, all made in my air fryer. You guys, this was so good. I'm telling you, you definitely need to give this recipe a try. It was just like biting into heaven. Also, this recipe is already on the blog. The link to the blog post and all my tips will be in the description box below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's connect on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you're ready to make this recipe, come on you guys, let's start by cutting our vegetables. Here I'm going to try and cut them like 1 inch or ½ inch, and my goal is to make sure that they are almost of equal sizes, so they will look pretty and they will cook evenly. Here I'm using 3 colors of bell pepper. If you have only one, just use only one. If you have 3, use 3. I love using varieties of bell pepper just to give it some color. Okay, and then we are going to cut the meat. You can use any meat that you have, but here I'm using sirloin, and I try to cut off the same way I cut the sweet potatoes. That's how I'm trying to cut the meat. You can see it right here looking all pretty. Now we are going to season the meat. Everything I use to season this meat will be in the description box below and will also be on the website. On the website you will also get a lot of tips, 10+ tips on how to make the best air fryer beef tips and baked sweet potato, all in the air fryer, you guys. And if you have time, make sure to season the meat and set it aside in the fridge to actually marinate. Okay, we want to also season as we go. I season the meat, I will season the sweet potato, I will also season the bell pepper. Here I'm using the fork to poke on the sweet potatoes. This will help it cook quickly and also evenly. Remember, we are using the air fryer. So aside from seasoning the sweet potatoes with just oil, you can actually season your sweet potato like with the Cajun seasoning or even with some peppers, however you want. Okay, but I'm keeping it simple, just a little bit of oil and also some pepper. Now what I'm doing here is trying to set the timer on my air fryer to 30, and also I'm going to set it to 350 degrees. All right, and I'm going to preheat the air fryer. You can always make your recipes in the air fryer without preheating the air fryer, but I choose to preheat it sometimes. Some other times I don't even remember. I just put the stuff in the air fryer and I cook. So I'm going to add my sweet potatoes first, of course, because it's going to need the most time to cook. So I've set it at 30 minutes and I'm going to cook it for 15 minutes. Then I'll add the meat. So now I'm going to make some space and place the parchment paper before adding the meat, the seasoned meat or seasoned beef. So now I'm adding the meat and we are going to allow it to cook for the next 10 minutes before we now add the vegetable. It's been 10 minutes since the meat has been cooking, and now it's time to add our veggies, aka the bell peppers and onions. If you're using onions is optional for this recipe, but I love to add sweet purple onions. So I'm just giving it a little stir, and then I will remove the parchment paper. And when I add the bell peppers, I'm also going to season the bell peppers. The list of the seasoning ingredients will be in the description box below. And now, when I season it now, I'm also going to add salt. I didn't mention this, but when I seasoned the meat earlier, I did not add salt because some of the seasoning ingredients had salt in them, aka the Cajun seasoning and the Maggi that I used. Right now, I'm sprinkling, or rather spraying a little bit of oil spray, and also checking my sweet potatoes whether it's ready. At this point, if the sweet potato is ready, take them out. If they are not ready, allow them to cook for a few minutes and take them out, or allow them to finish cooking with the meat and then you serve. So now I feel like the sweet potatoes are ready, and I'm going to check again with my finger. I'm just going to use my finger to press on the sweet potato to check for tenderness. And if you're doubtful of that, you can actually use a fork, but be careful because you don't want the fork or knife to scatter your sweet potatoes prior to serving. You really want this to look good when you serve, right? Yeah. So now I'm going to finish cooking the meat and then serve. At this point, if you think you want the meat to dry up a little bit more to give you a particular kind of texture, make sure to add a couple of minutes, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, to get it to how you want it. But this was just good enough. If you are afraid that the sweet potatoes are going to be cold before the meat is ready, wrap them in foil. Also, if you always want your meat to be rare or medium rare or not well done, make sure to use the meat thermometer. Use the meat thermometer to stop cooking at your own doneness. So right now, I'm just going to use fork and gently press the sweet potatoes to make room to add the meat, and also to make room to smash the mashed avocado and also add the meat. This is getting exciting. This is getting exciting, y'all. If you had already mashed your avocado way ahead of time, remember to squeeze a little bit of lime or lemon so that it doesn't change color. Let's take another look from another angle and see how this looks. Listen, this is absolutely stunning. Okay, no, you got nothing bad to say about this dish. This was so good. I know I say that about all my recipes, but listen to me. You better go make this, okay? All the instructions, all the written tips, everything is on the blog. The list will be on the description, in the description box below. This was good. Now I am finishing up with microgreens. Listen to me. Go make this recipe. All right, go treat yourself with this awesome, healthy, yummy recipe. So good. If you have just one bell pepper, use it. If you have to use it, 2 colors, use it. But the colors also make it to look pretty. If you don't feel like using avocado, you can use butter. All right, but then you're taking it away from the Whole30ness. Oh Lord, so satisfying. Okay, I'm done praising this food. Make sure to tag me on social media when you make this recipe at Nkechi Ajaeroh, the same name everywhere. And thank you again for watching my recipe. If you get to this point, listen, take a photo and share in your Instagram or anywhere and tag me. Thank you so much for watching my video and for making my recipes. And may you have yourself a wonderful day, week, month, and year. And may God bless you. Bye-bye.